Hello, this is Melissa from Marvel Math, and I'm going to show you how you can teach your students powers of 10 with multiplication and division. So you can see here I have a place value chart and I have some digit cards. So we're going to be using those with our multiplication and division pockets. So let's work out this problem first. I have 48 times 100. So I'm going to go ahead and take 48 and I will place it here in the pocket. We can see we have 4 10s and we have 8 1s. And I'm going to set up my multiplication problem. So I'm going to be multiplying that by 100. So essentially, anytime we're multiplying by a power of 10, all we're doing is increasing the value of the number we have by shifting it to the left on our place value chart. And that's really what we want our students to understand. So when I created this resource, I put in these times 10 with the arrow to the left, just to remind students, every time we increase by a power of 10, we're shifting one place to the left on our place value chart. And if I'm multiplying by 100, that's really 10 times 10. So I'm going to need to make that shift 2 times. And then we can fill in our numbers. So this really helps to reinforce not only the pattern that we can see where if I have 2 zeros here and I'm multiplying by 100, those 2 zeros are going to end up in my new product. But the reason why mathematically is because we're moving that number 2 times over to the left because we're multiplying by a power of 10. All right, let's do another problem. Let's multiply by 10 this time. And let's go ahead, we're going to take this one because it's really important for students to see what do you do when you have a number you're multiplying by that ends in a 0. So if I'm doing 85,090 times 10, what I need to do is move this number one place to the left. I'm increasing every single one of the values of those digits by a factor of 10. And then I can put my 0 in here. So we can really help to develop that pattern that students see adding the zeros while also showing them mathematically and connecting it to place value why this property of multiplication works. Now we're going to look at how we can use this resource to show division by powers of 10. So let's work out this problem first. 4,800 divided by 10. So the first thing I need to do is I need to build 4,800 in my place value pocket. So I'm going to take my 48 card and put it in so I have 4,000s and 800s. And this time we're going to use our green zeros that show dividing by 10. And I need to set up my division pocket over here as well. So whenever I'm dividing by 10, we're making a movement to the right because every time we move over one place on our place value chart to the right, we have 1/10 the value that we had before. And that's showing that division by 10. So in this problem, I'm only making one shift to the right because I'm dividing just by 10. So I'm going to take one of these zeros out and move it over here to show I'm dividing by 10. And then everything else, I'm going to move to the right one time to show that now I have 1/10 of the value. Now I have 480 as my new quotient. So let's look at that problem again, and let's say we are going to do 4,800. And this time, why don't we divide by 100? So if I'm dividing by 100, I need to take out 2 of those zeros so that I can shift this number 2 times to the right to show that now I have 1/100th the value that I had before. Now we're going to make some connections because we really want students to see how do multiplication and division by 10s and 100s connect to one another. So let's look at multiplication first. So I'm going to do 72 times 10. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build 72, and then I need to create the times 10 over here in my multiplication pocket. So if I'm multiplying by 10, then I'm increasing the value of each of these digits and making them 10 times greater than they were before. And to do 10 times greater, I do one shift to the left. So this is just a really helpful reminder to students. Multiply by 10, I'm making that shift to the left because I'm making it 10 times greater. So my new product is 720. So let's connect that to our problem down here. So I show students, okay, we need each of these digits to shift to the left because I'm making it 10 times greater. So in order to do that, I bump them over by putting in that 0. And our new product is 720. Okay, let's do 72 times 100. So I'm going to go ahead and build 100, and I'm going to reset my 72. So if I'm doing 72 times 100, I'm actually multiplying by 10 and then multiplying by 10 again. So I'm making 2 jumps. And then I'm going to go ahead and put these zeros in because I need something that's going to maintain the value of that 7 in the thousands place and the 2 in the hundreds place. So these zeros are really acting as placeholders to keep that other number shifted over. So the new product is 7,200. And down here to connect it, I am putting in these zeros in order to shift these digits over 2 places on my place value chart. And the new product is 7,200. So let's go ahead and connect it to division. So I like to keep everything color-coded because I think it's really helpful for students thinking about multiplication and division. Those are inverse operations, so I like to use 2 different colors to separate them. So if I'm going to do 720 divided by 10, I need to build 720. And instead of putting zeros in like I did with multiplication, with division, we're moving zeros out. And that is because every time I divide by 10, I need to move my number 1 place to the right because I'm actually decreasing the value of that. I'm making it 1/10 the value that it was before. So I build 10 over here by taking the 0 out, and now my quotient is 72. So to connect that with the problem down here, I always have them look at this number. What are you doing here? If I have 1 0, that tells me that I am taking this number, 72, and I am shifting it 1 place to the right. And I can match up those zeros, take that out, okay? If I have 1 0 over here, I need to take out 1 0 over here. And I have a quotient of 72. So let's do one where you're going to have a 0 that remains. So let's show 7,200 divided by 10. So we're going to go ahead and build 7,200. And I'm dividing by 10. That means I'm only taking and decreasing the value of these digits by 1/10. So I'm going to take out 1 0 because there's 1 0 in the 10, and then everything else will shift 1 place to the right. So since I have 1 0 here, I only take out 1 0 on the other side, and that one is gone. So my new quotient is 720. Let's do one last one. Let's do 7,200 divided by 100. So I build 7,200, and then I need to shift this. Now, since I'm dividing by 100, that's like dividing by 10 and dividing by 10 again. So I'm going to be shifting it 2 places. So let's go ahead and move these over. And then I can shift this 2 times to the right. So I have 2 digits here, 2 zeros here, and I have 2 zeros there that need to be taken out. So my new quotient is 72. So this is just a great way to visually connect with students what's mathematically happening, because what we're doing when we're multiplying and dividing by powers of 10 is we're changing the placement of the digits on our place value chart and showing them with their equations how they can visualize what's happening.